I call the honourable member for Lindsay.
My question is to the Minister for the Environment. I remind the Minister that the New South Wales Treasurer estimates the carbon tax cost to schools and hospitals in my state of New South Wales is $46 million a year. This is money that could otherwise be spent on educating our children and treating the critically ill. Why is it crucial to remove this tax from essential services as quickly as possible?
I call the Honourable Minister for the Environment.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, and may I congratulate the member for Lindsay on a famous victory, and in particular, all done without a Julia Gillard tattoo. Madam Speaker, the member for Lindsay is absolutely right. States and territories have been slugged in terms of their services with the carbon tax. Last week, we learnt that Victoria had a $13.5 million a year electricity and gas bill as a consequence of the carbon tax on their hospitals. Yesterday, the South Australian government confirmed a $10 million a year hit on their hospitals, their schools and their police stations in their mid-year economic forecast, and they've already banked the savings from the repeal. Today, however,
the member for Moreton is
sadly,
warned before.
The news is
one
worse.
More and he's out.
In the case of New South Wales, the figures, according to the New South Wales Treasury, are a $46 million a year hit on their hospitals and their schools. That is a $26 million a year hit, at an average of $120,000 per hospital on their health system. Hospitals such as the Nepean Hospital in Lindsay, world-leading hospitals such as Westmead Children's Hospital, St Vincent's Hospital with its extraordinary cancer services, all being hit with higher electricity and gas costs as a result of the carbon tax. In terms of the schools in New South Wales, $20 million is the carbon tax bill, a $20 million carbon tax bill for schools like Mulgoa Primary School, Castlereagh Primary School, at an average of $9,100 per year. So against that background of a carbon tax on hospitals and schools and police stations, who supports the current carbon tax? Is there one brave soul who will stand up and support the carbon tax which they voted in, which came in less than 18 months ago? We heard that the member for Lilly today was alive and well. I'm glad. He was the one who said only a few years ago that it would be hilarious, the idea that Labor would bring in a carbon tax. It wasn't hilarious, but they did bring it in. Good old Mr Hilarity. We've got here the member for Corio, who told us that we had a mandate to remove the carbon tax. He clearly doesn't believe it. And what about the Leader of the Opposition, who wants to terminate the carbon tax? Sadly, Prime Minister, he is not the terminator, although he did terminate 2 Prime Ministers. He is the inflator, because under his carbon tax, the price goes from $24 to $38 on Labor's own modelling. We'll remove the carbon tax, we'll take the pressure off hospital services and we'll take the pressure off school services.
I call the honourable member